When you were 7 years old, what were your biggest worries? Maybe you were worried about whether the popular girls would choose to play with you in the playground. Maybe you were worried about whether your artwork will be chosen to be put on display. When I was 7 years old, I had similar worries. Until one day, everything changed. Until one day, the way I saw the world and the way I saw myself changed. I was in maths class and had finished my work, so I went over to help one of my friends who was struggling. We had a supply teacher that day, and when she came over and saw me work out the problem for my friend, she said to me, "Wow, you're really smart." For a black girl. Yes, you heard me correctly. Just like that, my worries changed from worried about whether the popular girls would play with me to worried that they wouldn't because I was black. Worried about whether my artwork would be put on display turned to worried that it wouldn't because I was black. My childhood turned into an endless cycle of worrying that when people looked at me, they didn't see me, they didn't see Safanit. They saw a colored person whose intelligence would be worth less, whose voice should be silent, whose dreams should be small. At 7 years old, I felt ashamed about something that no one should ever have to feel ashamed about. I felt ashamed about who I was, where I came from, and what I looked like. Now, this is just one out of thousands of examples of how racism is still very prevalent in our society today. And as much as I hate to say it, there is no foolproof way to end racism. But there is a way to make sure that it has no effect on the way that we live our lives, the way that we treat each other, and the way that we see ourselves. Thousands of children are still being made to feel like they can't run as fast or reach as high or be as great as the other kids because of the color of their skin. And it is our responsibility to make sure that each and every child is made to understand that their race, their religion, the color of their skin is of no importance when it comes to the value of their life and all the things that they are capable of achieving. It is our responsibility to make sure that when a 7-year-old is asked, "What are your biggest worries?" they can answer, "I have none."